during the day, I actually drove by Wendy's.
God, do you know how boring it is to just sit here and watch in DSP? Like, how is this even entertaining?
I'm over here thinking like DSP is actually doing a better job at streaming than in Review Tech USA.
Oh, yeah.
By a lot.
No, by a lot. But it's still boring to just sit there and watch DSP.
Look, I'm mad at Phil right now, but he's still an entertainer.
Yeah, I want to know that, but why did you get kicked off of the Level 1 podcast this week?
So, can I get into this real quick? Take 60 seconds.
Sure.
About 3 weeks ago, he reached out to me. He's like, "You want to do the show?" I'm like, "Yes." So we him and haw a little bit, but I tell him, I'm like, "Look, right now the show's really hot. We're traveling a lot. We're doing a lot of stunts. This show takes priority. So you can pencil me into a date, but I can't guarantee I'll make any date because if something comes up, I'm gonna go do that." So last Friday, I tried that. He goes, "Nope, I want more time. I want to give my audience. Can you do it next week?" I'm like, "Okay, fine. Let's focus on next week, Tuesday." So then Tuesday, I'm like, "Hey, I don't know what day Jordy's surgery is, but I'm trying to make it for Tuesday." Monday night, I confirmed Tuesday. He's like, "Nope, that's not good enough. My audience needs prep time. I want to put it on a schedule or something." I don't fucking know why. I've never had a podcast work like that in my life. So he's like, "All right, let's coordinate on Discord since you're slow to return on Twitter." I'm like, "Okay." So 24 hours pass by. I don't add him back on Discord because I have like 400 friend requests on Discord. I'm barely keeping up with everything that we have going on our server, much less trying to coordinate with Phil. Why can't we just coordinate on Twitter, Phil? Why do we need to go coordinate on fucking Discord now? An app I don't fucking use. So 24 hours passes and he's like, "Never mind, fuck it." That's 3 fucking separate times I tried to coordinate with you. That's 3 separate tentative dates. You passed on 2 of them and now I'm the asshole?
All right, Boogie, can you stop the fucking rants? Good Lord, you've been ranting like
okay,
15
I'm just
fucking...
mad, man.
All right, I get it.
Go ahead.
All right, come on.
So 24 hours passes and he's like, "Never mind, fuck."
Yeah. So, and once again, let's make sure we have all references here. It's you send that March 16th at 18 p.m. So it's evening time for me, right? My morning routine is I wake up and I start prepping for the show, right? So we're live at 11. I'm getting up. I'm getting prepped for everything. I have not checked this email.
I go on my show. I say, "That was a good interview. I'm okay with it." I even email you, say, "I'm okay with it. I'm 50-50 about sending you the stuff. Do you check your email?" You literally just publicly admitted you don't check your email, right?
Well, in this situation, yeah, it's been a day.
So 24 hours passes and he's like, "Never mind, fuck it."
Yeah.
So you ended an interview, the hottest piece of content you had ever made at that point on Side Scrollers. You knew all eyes were on you. You knew people were looking to see if I was going to follow up with you and send you this information. And you decided not to check your email, but instead to do a show ragging on me.
Like, I'm sorry that I didn't check my email for 23 hours. That's not how people communicate in 2023. And I know that's how you communicated, but like, I didn't check my email for 23 hours. And I'm sorry that I didn't check my email for 23 hours. I apologize for that. Will you apologize for lying?
Fuck you.
Now, wait a minute, Matt.
Ever since my resurgence, right? I did a series of interviews that I feel were all pretty interesting for different reasons. You know, the Keemstar interview, no one expected to go well, and it was probably internet breaking in some ways, how well it went.
Then we had the interview with Stuttering Craig, which I completely destroyed the fucking guy, and he embarrassed himself publicly, which is exactly what I thought he was going to do, but it is what it is.
Then we had the interview with June the King after my documentary had come out, and then we had an interview with someone called Tolomeo, who's a streamer who I used to have interactions with many years ago. Now, all that happened, and then it's been like about a month almost, and I haven't had an interview, all right? And you may be wondering why, and I've told you some of the reasons why. But in a nutshell, I'm just going to be as transparent as possible, okay? The people who would be interested, or you would be interested in seeing me interview, okay? For example, let's talk about like Boogie and stuff like that. These people are not people who, I hate to say it,
Are very professional.
like Boogie, I'm not even kidding you. Boogie still hasn't accepted my Discord friend request. He wants to do this interview. He tells everyone on his own show he's coming on my show to do the interview. He's still not accepted my Discord request, so there's no way we could ever do an interview.
And I sat there, and I covered my face, and I seriously teared up.
Because I'm like, this is disgusting. Seriously, like that guy is such a two-faced fat piece of shit. You get it? So here's the thing. These people, I've been, working on trying to get certain people on the show that I thought would be interesting or based off of drama purposes and things like that. And I'm going to be very honest and transparent with you guys right now. I'm fucking tired of it at this point. Like, talking with these people behind the scenes every night, trying to get their attention. One day they're interested, the next day they're not. And, or they're interested, but then they just don't respond for 2 weeks. And it's like, listen, I'm bi. Oh, the camera's on. We could be talking about my detractors or review tech. I could be watching and reacting to other content. We could be talking about review tech. We could be talking about review tech. We could be talking about review tech. There's lots of things to do on the Level 1 podcast outside of getting people on here for interviews. We could be talking about review tech, all right? And in truth, I've enjoyed doing a lot of this new content. I feel like the podcast has a new life to it because we're doing all this different stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't see the point in me constantly going out of my way trying to contact all these people, and then they just fucking are so flaky, right? They really are. Like, there's one person who I really wanted to interview, but at this point, this person is just so ignorant to how the internet works that they actually believe everything my detractors have actually said about me. You think I'm a scammer? Got it. You think I'm a scumbag? Got it. You think I'm the worst gamer on the planet? Got it.
DSP's a file. DSP is a thief. DSP is a greedy fuck.
Phil is an abuser of children who wants to slap, beat up children and threaten a kid online. Phil had a fake tax crisis and immediately spent the money to pay for his trip to Connecticut. Wow, Phil's a scammer. He's a piece of underhanded shit. He's been lying to his viewers and fans for so long. Phil has a gouty fat butt. Phil's a file and a public masturbator. Oh, Darkside Phil. Oh, Darkside Phil's that guy. He's hated by the entire fighting game community. He was permanently banned from every tournament because he went to EVO and he was trying to stab people or threaten people with a knife. So there's no point in me trying to win this person over because they're just going to keep watching more detractor content and then making other excuses to why not to do the interview. So I'm done trying. Oh, well, I fucked Phil. Right? Boogie, I've been trying to get Boogie on the show since the moment Keemstar was on the show, and he says he wants to do it. He swears he wants to do it. Then I don't hear from him for days. Then all of a sudden he wants to do it again. Then I don't hear from him for days. Then he wants to do it during my night stream the day before without me even having announced he's coming on yet because he didn't confirm. He's still not adding me to Discord. At this point, I don't care. Really. And I'm just being, again, I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm just being transparent. I'm at my wit's end and I just don't care about this shit anymore. Like, I shouldn't have to every night before I go to bed sit around DMing 20 people. Hey, are you still interested? Hey, this, that. I don't care. Listen, personally, I think that if Boogie came on this show, it would be entertaining. That's my take. A lot of people disagree with me because a lot of people hate this guy, right? And I get it, but I still feel like if I managed to get him on the show, it would be entertaining. But at this point, I just don't care.
Obviously. That's retarded.
What's going on?
This guy's a bitch.
So, hint, hint. So, hint, hint. So, hint, hint.